Welcome back to the Million Dollar Gym. My name is Temycka Carpenter Carlton. I help 6 and 7 figure business owners grow, scale, and sell their business. Today, I want to come to you guys and talk to you guys about ready, set, sell, the process of exiting a business. I think it's super important to know the process of exiting, right? To know that you have other options outside of going bankrupt, outside of just not knowing, right? These are super, super important skills and traits and things that you need to know as a business owner, as an entrepreneur within the business, right? The first thing I want to talk about is preparing to sell your business. A lot of times we don't prepare within our business, right? We have meetings, we plan, but we don't plan for the future. We don't prepare for the future, right? I'm here to tell you that your planning should be life term. Your planning should be to the point where sometimes it's not excessive, but to the point where you have a game plan at the end, right? And when you prepare all the documents you need, but you also prepare mentally and emotionally. A lot of times we don't prepare mentally and emotionally because we don't know where to start, right? You have to prepare yourself for the worst, but you also have to prepare yourself for the best when it comes to selling your business or come to the process of being in business, right? A lot of times we don't do that, and sometimes that's the most alarming part is that we don't prepare properly. You should always have a plan A, plan B, plan C, because when you have a backup plan, that helps you to alleviate anything that might go wrong, right? So say for instance, your plan A goes wrong. Now you have a backup plan of, okay, what am I going to do? How should I move forward? Because I have a backup plan. That's the best thing that you can do in any business is have a backup plan. So whereas it's conducive to you. So you have to prepare to sell your business. You have to know, okay, if I'm going to sell my business, right? What's the value of my business, right? Why do I want to sell it, right? What's the end goal, right? You also have to say to yourself, who would buy my business? What type of company, what type of individual is seeking a business like mine? But then you have to say to yourself, what about the timing? All about the timing. Okay, I'm preparing to sell my business. Is this the right time to sell my business? Is it also, do I have the moving parts to sell my business? These are things you have to think about when selling your business. So preparing to sell your business is the key step. The first step in everything you should do. Prepare, prepare, prepare. You can never over prepare, but you can under prepare. And that's the key to any business. So for you, if you're out there and you're saying to myself, I don't have a plan, I'm not prepared, get prepared because you never know when we're going to hit another pandemic. You never know when we're going to hit another recession. You never know when we're going to hit something and you're not prepared. Especially when the pandemic hit, a lot of businesses either went into bankrupt or you were paying high rent or you were either in a position where you couldn't afford it anymore, you had to give it to someone, or you just had to let the company go. You don't have to get to that point when you had an exit. And the key is having an exit, right? But also within the preparing process, you have to prepare the legal process of selling your business, right? That's everything from the legal documents you might need as a seller or the buyer, or as well as having the legal documents of covering yourself, but also outlining the things that you want to see happen within your business, not only within your business, but within the selling process, right? A lot of times we don't have the legal paperwork. We don't have the necessary paperwork for our business, right? That goes for every paperwork that you had to file with the state on the federal level, the government level. That could be your articles of corporation. That could be your EIN number. That can also be the actual, name of the company, right? You have to get all your paperwork together because when you sell your business, you're giving all of these important documents to someone else, right? To take over the business. These are the documents that are required, right? And a lot of times you don't know what's required and what's not required if you either haven't done this process in your business or if someone else has. And that's the key. is when you prepare, you're preparing not only mentally and emotionally, but you're also preparing the legal stuff in your business. You're making sure you're crossing every I, right? And you're dotting every T, right? That's really what it is. Because the reality of it is this: you don't ever want to try to sell your business and your business is not structured legally and properly, because that can cause and create a lot of problems and headaches down the line, to whereas you don't want to do that. So if you're listening to this and you're like in a place where you're like, listen, selling is something I want to do, selling is something I need to do, right? Because either I just can't do it anymore, or I just want to do something different, or hey, listen, I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to just let it go. If this is you, the first step is to prepare. Prepare to sell your business properly, right? And make sure you have the legal process of what is happening within your business, to the point where you're saying to yourself, I'm set up properly, I prepare for this day, and I'm moving forward. So if this is you, right, continue watching, because we're going to take a break and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk more about ready, set, sell, the process of exiting a business. Welcome back to the $1,000,000 Gym. We've been talking about ready, set, the process of exiting a business. We've been talking about preparing to sell your business. We've also been talking about the legal process of selling a business, right? Now we're going to hop into how to find the right buyer for your business. A lot of times you don't know how to find the right buyer within your business. It's because you don't know where to look or where to start, right? You're just like, listen, I'm ready to sell. How can I sell? That's where your mindset is, or the framework of within your head, right? So you got to say to yourself, where can I find buyers? Where can I find the right person who is willing to take on my business and, either create that legacy or either take on what I started, right? And a lot of times the reality of it is this: you can find the right buyer if you go, there's certain sites online where they have up for dedicated buyers, people who are ready to buy companies, looking to buy companies, right? And they're looking for specific individual companies, right? So you go through the process, you find these sites, you can, put your business online and sell them, or you can go through a broker. You can have a broker sell your business, just like, you do your house. Or you can hire a merger and acquisition consultant, or a consultant who does the sale of selling your business, right? Or you can have them vet buyers that are looking for your company. And when you find the right buyers, it's crucial to have help of someone who knows the industries and someone who knows the ins and outs of helping people buy companies, helping people sell companies, right? Because a lot of times we all have networks, we all have communities of people who are looking to buy. And the fact that they're looking to buy, there are a lot of people who are eager buyers, but there's some people who are like cautious buyers, or people who are like, yeah, I'm looking to buy, but not right now. Let me scout out the field, right? And these are some of the things of how you find the right buyer. But it's always good to find the right buyer with help. That could be from an attorney, that could be from, someone who is helping you find that right buyer. So if you're in a position, you're saying, listen, I need the right buyer, I want the right buyer, but I don't know where to start. The first place to start is figure out why that you want to sell your business and to whom you would like to sell your business to. Because when you know who you would like to sell your business to, whether it's family members, whether it's a partner, or whether it's an investor, stakeholder within your business, what happens is now you become viable. What happens is now you have an outline, a plan of who you're looking for to give your company to or sell your company to, right? But also, right, the good thing to do within all of this is figure out your pricing, right? And figure out your negotiation within selling your business, right? When you find the right buyer, right, a lot of back and forth will happen with your pricing, with your negotiations, with your whole in transit of, okay, well, let me see what I'm going to do about the whole, how much am I going to price it? How much am I looking for to get a return on? How much do I want to have this person, come in with equity, without equity, or either just buy out, right? These are some of the things to look for, right? And negotiation happens all the time. Do you want to negotiate where they come in, take a percentage of the business? Do you want to negotiate where they just get a straight buyout? Do you want to negotiate the fact that, okay, I'm giving them a portion of my business, but I'm still going to be in the business, but they're responsible to do and build and scale the business and grow it, right? You have to have these terms within your negotiation, right? But also pricing wise, does the pricing is it in alignment with your business revenue, business sales? If you've been in business for 5 years, if you've been in business for 10 years, the fact remains is how much has your business grown over time? But how much is your company actually making or worth, right? That's what you want to think of. And then when you think about that, you can say, okay, well, I'm looking to negotiate this price, right? I know the value of my company is this. I'm looking for this. Or, I know that I want this, right, to even out. Or you could say, okay, well, I'm looking for this, but I'm also looking for that, right? But I also want to, send a percentage to my partners or send a percentage to the stakeholders, whoever's involved within the negotiation. But negotiation is key because it's a back and forth, it's a give and take. It's things that you're not willing to budge from, but there's things that you might be flexible on. And when it comes to the process of exiting a business and actually selling your business, right? You're selling it on your terms. So you have to find a buyer who is willing to accept your terms, right? Yes, they may have some pushback in certain areas, but those are things that can be negotiated. How willing and open are you to negotiate within your terms, right? How willing and able are you able to say, okay, well, I'm going to go in full head of steam and I'm going to do this the right way. But also, I'm here seeking, right, the price that I'm asking for. And I can show you through documentation, I can show you through outlining the process of my company that I am worth this. I'm probably worth more than this, but this is what I'm putting on the table. This is not only what I'm offering, but this is also what I'm saying that I would like and that I'm willing to sell my company for. Are you on board or are you not? And sometimes within negotiation, you might have to negotiate with different partners. You have to different companies, different buyers. And sometimes it's all about a bidding war. Like who's going to be the highest bidder within you offering that sale to within your company, right? So if you're new to me, hi, welcome. Please share, like, comment, invite a friend, right? We've been talking about ready, set, the process of exiting a business because I feel like it's super important to know you have options within selling your business. And if you're not brand new, come on back because we're going to take another break and I'll see you when we come back. Welcome back to the Millionaire Gym. We've been talking about ready, set, the process of exiting a business. And I think that's so important when you ready, set, and sell the process of exiting a business because when you're ready to set it, right? When you're ready to sell it, there is a process of exiting. We've been talking about preparing to sell your business. We've been talking about the legal process of selling a business. We've also been talking about how to find the right buyers for your business. We've also been talking about pricing and negotiation. And now we're going to talk about closing the sale. Closing the sale is super important, right? Closing the sale can be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It just depends on if all of your ducks are in a row, right? If all your paperwork is in order, it all depends on if everybody has signed off on it, agreed on it, right? A lot of times people want the closing to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. But the truth of the matter is sometimes closing can take a long time, right? Can take months, right? It could take a while because there's within the closing, there are different people that it has to go through, different hands that it has to go through to make sure everything is legitimate. One, but not only legitimate, making sure that everything is set up legally and properly, right? You don't want to have to fight with the IRS, right? You don't want to have to fight with the business owner. You don't want to have to fight with anybody to figure out, like, oh, okay, was this transaction right? Right? In the long run. You want everything done properly. So within closing of the sale, you have to be patient with the closing of the sale. You have to know that all parties involved in the selling of your business have opted into a contract, an agreement of the terms that they both have accepted, right? Sometimes when it's multiple partners or sometimes when it's multiple people, things can happen within the closing because people might opt out, people might be like, oh, I don't want that deal. So it's a lot of back and forth with the closing, right? And making sure it's closed right. But not only that, God forbid something was to happen to the person who was buying the business. Now it puts a freeze kind of on the closeout of the sale because now it's who, if anyone, is now going to take over the close of the sale. Is it going to be a broker? If you have a broker, is it going to be, another family member? Is it going to be a partner? Is it going to be a stakeholder? Who is it going to be? And that sometimes becomes the tricky part is when it comes to closing is it an individual business? Is it a franchise? Is it a chain? What is it? If it's a service business, a solopreneur, LLC, is it a corporation? What type of business is it, right? Because every business, every entity has different closing, in place for buying a business, right? Including like what percentage you're allowed to have, right? Not only percentage, how much you can get up front, how much you can get at the end of closing, right? Making sure that every step along the way is laid out, mapped out properly. And not only that, you have to say to yourself, like, okay, have I, as a business owner, done what was necessary to fulfill on everything, right? But also, there's something called a post sale and consideration, right? Your post sale is what happens after the sale. So once you close the sale is finalized. What happens after, right? How do you pass on your business, right? And with the post sale, it's kind of like, with post anything. What do you do after? Are you retiring? Are you setting up another business? Are you, checking in and out of the business, right? Because you still have stake in the business. What is it that you're doing post closing, right? Post sales, right? These are the things you have to consider within the business, right? You definitely have to prepare to sell your business. You definitely have to prepare. And preparing can take 3 to 5 years. Preparing can take a year. It just depends on where you are within your business, right? The legal process of selling a business, that can happen 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or longer, depending on, the different documents you need, depending on the type of business you have, depending on who you serve, how you serve them, the laws. There's so many things that can transpire within a business to the fact of just saying to yourself, okay, let me get my legal stuff ready. Also, how to find the right buyer for your business. Finding the right buyer for your business can take a long time, right? Because you want to find that right person to take over your business, right? Or come in and be a part of your business. And the reason for that is simple, right? Because it's something you birthed, it's something you created, right? And you don't want to see it be taken advantage of. You don't want to see it not excel, right? And you might want to turn this into something else. Who knows? But you have to make sure the right person is buying your business. And finding the right person and finding the person that has the best interest for your business sometimes can take a while. It's a vetting process of vetting the right person, vetting the right company, vetting whoever's taking over your business. But also, right, pricing it and negotiating it at the right level. So where you're seeking a return, right, on your business and on the selling of your business. A lot of times we don't do that. We don't have things in place where we're pricing stuff right and we're negotiating right. This is why you should have multiple people involved in the negotiation and in the pricing to make sure that you're pricing it and getting the best bang for your buck. Let's be real about all of this, right? But also closing the sale. You want to close the sale, but you want to close your sale in a way where when you close it and you sell it, you can walk away and don't have that burden on your back. You can walk away and say that you did everything in alignment, but you did everything ethically, right? You did everything the way it was supposed to be done. And that's what you want. You want to feel like a weight has been lifted off you once you sell your business. The same as post sale considerations, right? You have to consider what are you going to do after you sell, right? Whether you want to retire, whether you want to start a new journey, whatever it is within your business. These are things that you need to think about constantly, daily, right? Because when you set yourself up for success, it doesn't matter if you hit a pandemic, it doesn't matter if you hit a recession, it doesn't matter if you get to a place where you can't financially support yourself. You have options of what your next steps can be. So my question to you is that if you're in a place and you need all of this and you want all of this, right, to help, I'm offering a free exit assessment where you can assess, are you ready to exit? Or are you in a place that you need a 3 to 5 year plan? Or are you in a place where you're like, listen, I'm ready to do this now. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I have all the necessary stuff in place and the people in place. Let's go. Right. So having that free exit assessment will allow you to assess where you are within your business, but it also allows you to assess what have you done within your entrepreneurial journey, your business journey, to see if you're ready, you're set, if you're ready, if you have set, and if you have sold the process of exiting a business in the right way. That's what it's all about. Are you ready? Right? Are you in a place where you're like, listen, it's on my terms, I'm ready to go. I don't want to think about nothing else. Let's sell it, right? Or let me put that 3 to 5 year plan in place so when I'm ready to sell down the line, I'm set up, right? Because the reality of it is, if you don't have an exit plan, then what's the point of being in business, right? Just like when you have that game plan in the beginning, like, okay, I want to take my business from 0 to 1.5 million, whatever it is for you. Okay, but what about the exit, right? What about if you have to exit for whatever reason? Are you or do you have a plan for that? If not, then you need to get a plan for that, right? So I want to say to you guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. Please like, share, comment, tell a friend, and I'll see you guys next week.